So today guys, I will be getting my first fitting ever. It's been a long journey to get here. Obviously we have travelled from the UK over to the US to a certain headquarters that will be given away in the pictures that are on screen now. So we have travelled all the way to Arizona, to Scottsdale, to do my first fitting on the channel. After all, you normally see mid-handicap Dave. So first up we've got the Gen 7 P range then. So shaft wise,
we started with a KBS Tour 130, going heavy and stiff to start. We'll probably work down stuff maybe in the 120 range, but you're swinging roughly 90 miles an hour. So, you know, 120, 130 both in play, I'd say.
Perfect.
That last 7-iron was 185 carry.
Okay. So it felt good.
We can just wrap this fitting up right now.
It does feel a little bit different, but it does feel good.
If that doesn't feel good, I don't know what will.
Normally I have a 115 shaft, so a big difference in shaft, but off the face feels fantastic.
And how's the flight look compared to normal? Is it lower or same?
I'd say if anything a bit higher.
Bit higher, okay,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because you lose to the goose after you love it.
I was gonna say. Let's look, I didn't have that.
Yeah, what'd you have for lunch? I'm gonna have that after this. Coming out to a flush show. Kidding me? 120 Modus here.
Oh, okay. Right.
Nick just likes to come listen to what I say after people hit.
That's true.
That's back to normal.
I'll delete that one.
Skinny.
How's that feel wise compared to the last?
So now after that, this feels extremely light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, a totally different feel to be fair. What should
I could add some weight to the head if you want to go into something a little lighter in the shaft. I can move some weight down in it. That may feel a little more stable.
Yeah, let's see.
You want to try that?
Yeah, if we can. Yeah, perfect.
Did you test that with the CB when you got the T's?
I haven't tried the CBs as
Yeah.
of yet. That felt better with that head weight.
Yeah, so that's 5 grams heavier, so 2 swing weights heavier in that one.
A bit left.
Okay. I'm not in love with it.
No, I think it's a little bit more.
Number one, dispersion, totally different. The first one came out on a string.
Yeah.
You didn't hit any left, I
No.
didn't think, with the first one. I saw 2 quicker lefts going lighter, but I'll try a 120 dynamic gold.
Perfect.
Speed range, I mean, you have plenty of speed. You could play that 130, I think, without an issue, quite honestly.
Yeah. If I'm not trying a 130 in a long time, it did actually feel a lot easier. I didn't feel like, well, didn't have to work it as much as that. It just felt easier to swing.
Plus, I think if you go KBS Tour 130, it's not, I think some people always think it's like a C-taper 130 where it feels super firm, but as a 130, this doesn't feel as stout as that maybe.
As a scaffolding pole.
That came out pretty good.
Yeah, that felt nice.
That was good.
Yeah. That felt much closer to the 130 shaft.
Yeah, the dynamic gold will feel a little stiffer than the Modus. Yeah, man.
Oh, look at that.
I'm in love with this so far.
Yeah. I like
That first one you hit, I mean, once again, you're not really on a distance chase, but you definitely don't want to get cheated either.
Yeah.
Right?
How far was those?
So here, I'll show you the numbers on those too. Those were pretty good.
I don't know, can't speak.
So KBS 130, we were a 6,900 spin, 190 carry. And your 7-iron with a T currently is going to have a little more loft.
Yeah.
Naturally. So the P's probably 6 to 8 yards longer.
Okay.
Just from the lofts. So 190 with the Tour 130X, 185, the one before that.
So still good spin numbers.
Still good spin. That's the Dynamic Gold 120 X100. 191 carry, 6990 spin, 6940 spin. So super tight dispersion on those two. I mean, basically rinse and repeat, same shot.
And no, it didn't go left either, did it really?
Neither one was left. That Dynamic Gold's a little firmer at the tip than that Modus, so maybe just a little less play at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's see, 2 more with that. We'll go back to the 130.
I'm staying here, Chris.
Don't blame you.
You get sunburned real quick out here.
In the wind, that's incredible.
It is.
Yeah, into the wind, it's not really, it's just staying where
You can see it. It's actually
Yeah.
penetrating through the wind. Very nice. What's the feel difference? Let's go back to that 130 and
Yeah.
just see. I mean, I think you can go either way.
Yeah,
Does the 120 feel easier to deliver at all?
a little bit, yeah. After the one before, it feels totally different
Yeah.
to the Modus, yeah.
Interestingly enough, that to me it looked like the 120 came out of a slightly better window. The 130 almost went higher
Yeah, which is
to me, which is kind of counterintuitive maybe.
strange, yeah.
But you know, I've been told fitting is not a perfect science.
James, remember, I once got fitted for an 110 gram driver shaft, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Which was an interesting one.
That sounds crazy. It's interesting that the 130 is actually floating more than that 120.
Yeah. And now that did feel a lot heavier
I bet. I mean,
to that straight away.
well, it's interesting. They both launch at 15,
yeah.
but that one's actually getting
It's
caught
like-
up on
yeah.
that. You see how it's kind of rising a little more?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is interesting. Like I said, maybe a little counterintuitive, but ball don't lie, as Rasheed Wallace once said. How was
Yeah.
that strike?
That wasn't a bad strike, but it does feel a lot harder to work now than that shaft straight away.
I think this is
yeah.
probably coming out a little easier. And I do think that especially hitting into the wind, I love fitting into the wind, right? Because
Yeah.
you're going to see immediately if the ball's floating.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's very easy to tell if you have a ball that's getting caught up or
Yeah, 'cause that
penetrating.
didn't move at all, did it, with the X100?
No, it went through beautifully. Although if we were driver fitting, I'd go to the other side of the range. Let's go downwind.
You're now hitting it 370.
You know, like that last one, perfect example. Maybe a slight miss,
Yeah.
but the spin jumps up to 8,500 and it's 172 carry, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, if we just look at the total dispersion, that's a bigger miss than this one here. Sold.
Yeah.
Bag it up. Put the tents down. Media day's over.
That is so much easier to work.
Flight-wise, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
And just feels so much more balanced in the swing as well as the 130. But then that 120 compared was a big difference. As well.
120 just added 4 grams to the head. So
Okay.
2 swing weights heavier on the 120.
And standard length.
Standard length, yep. I got standard lie, standard length.
Yeah.
What's your lie generally?
I've normally had them just standard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see your divots are pretty square. There's not really any toe dig or anything, so. And it's not like the ball's starting offline.
No.
So I probably wouldn't mess with lies. And I think for your current set, man, you could, I mean, we'll get a full set of these, but maybe blend in a long iron with these or
Yeah.
get the longer irons a little easier to launch.
Launch and still get that penetrating ball for it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
120 Dynamic Gold X100.
There we go.
P standard. Just means he's flushing. Yeah, I'm a standard.
See? Flushing is the word there, James. James has gone. So guys, there for the first fitting that I've had on the channel. Very interesting start. So standard length, standard lie, but straight away there, a different shaft. So we've gone into an extra stiff shaft. Messing around there with the weight of it as well made a huge difference. A 120 shaft, a little bit lower than a 130 shaft. Would that be normal? Maybe not. But fitting is always different, as you've seen with Mid Handicap Dave.